Hi, everybody. So I'm going to be going over list stacking and why we should list stack. So you can see here in my system, I've imported about 129,000 properties essentially, and all of them are categorized in what we call lists. And you're going to be able to categorize what it is that you're importing in the import process here. So we have lists and then we have tags. What tags is how you can get back to that specific list that you imported. So it's going to be named very specific based on where it's from, what type of list it is, and then also the day that you imported it. And you can organize these however you'd like, but if I just click one of these, I can get back to a specific list. Now, when it comes to importing a list into your master list, and it can be a little confusing, I want you to think of these as your master categories, or what we like to call them your filing cabinets, okay? So in these filing cabinets, all of my high equity properties are in here. They're all in one place. They're very organized. So if I click this, I can see out of those 130,000 properties, I have 69,000 high equity properties in my entire system, and they're all in my high equity master list. Now, what this allows us to do is, because all of your code violations are in one place, all of your driving for dollars, all of your pre-foreclosures, all of your high equities, and so on, it allows you to cross-reference all of this information. And now I can see if any of these high equity properties appear in a different category, if it's also a tax default, or if it's also on a pre-foreclosure list. Now, there are some lists you'll want to exclude from these searches because they're not an actual pain point. So I'm going to say exclude my master skip trace list here. And then I'm going to cross-reference all of these guys. So I'm going to tell the system, please show me properties that appear on 2 or more of these specific lists, or in other words, have 2 or more pain points. They're not only high equity, maybe it's also pre-foreclosure. I'm going to hit apply filter. And out of my 130,000 properties, with the click of a button, I can see which properties appear on multiple lists. Now, you can flip this list count here. So if you want to see lists that appear on more than just 2, just flip it and we'll see the most motivated sellers right here. Now you can click the property address and we can view the profile for the property. So for this specific property, I can see here it is on 4 different lists. It appears in my code violation cabinet, pre-foreclosure, high equity, and then even a driving for dollars as well. So this is a very motivated property. It's a great place to start. And what I really love about this system is it's by targeting sellers with multiple distressed factors, this is drastically going to decrease your cost per lead and your cost per contract. Because instead of skip tracing every single property you ever import into your system, you now can just skip trace your motivated sellers and start here. So if you haven't skip traced them already, now that we have our motivated sellers, we can select all, or we can select however many we'd like. We can go actions, skip trace, and then we can add straight to a text campaign. Now, we can get even more specific with our motivated sellers. Let's say out of these multiple pain points, I also want to know which ones are vacant. So maybe I'll put a vacant filter on top of all of this. And now out of these 6,500 properties, I can see 192 of them are also vacant. And you can click this and you can view the property again. So what's really great about this vacant information is it is updated monthly by the United States Postal Service. So this information is incredibly up to date, and you're always going to be notified if any of your properties become newly vacant. So this is just another filter we can put on top of there. We even can do an absentee owner, and we can see, okay, out of my motivated sellers, which ones are absentee? We can apply that filter here. So this really is going to help you out in the long run and just really help you target those motivated sellers and just bring your cost per leads and your cost per contracts down.